Where you say you up to, you say you up to page 5. So with this target market consumer segment that we've chosen, Eddie will be giving you a little bit of insight on some of the surveys we've given out in a couple of the schools in the St. Lawrence County.
Based on our target market, we decided to establish that there is substantial product interest among SUNY Potsdam, Clarkson University, St. Lawrence University, and SUNY Canton students. To do so, we sent out 200 surveys asking several questions about the product and the need for it. Only 76 people actually responded to the survey. Of those 76, 34 students said that they actually have an immediate need right now and would buy the product. That means that around 45% answered the survey saying that they would buy our product right now. The mean average of the price that these students were willing to pay was $53. That's, again, the average of what all of them combined would pay. Some would pay less, some would pay more. Another 30 students responded saying that they have had a need for the product in the past or have a potential need in the future that they could see themselves buying the product for. These students, on average, would spend $48. That means that some would pay more and some would pay less. Another 12 students said that they do not have any sort of need for the product. The main reason for this is that they said they were heavy sleepers or they didn't mind loud noises around them while they're studying, sleeping, etc., things like that. So now let's look at some of the financial statements. We have a projected income statement for you to look at on the board here. So during the first year of sales, we will be selling primarily in St. Lawrence County. We have estimated that around 1,000 sales will be made at $50 per unit. This means that we will have gross sales of $50,000. However, we will be operating at a net loss for the first year. Our break-even point is at 1,228 units of sales. Again, all these sales are made at $50 per unit. So that means that in the first quarter of the second year of operations, we will break even and then start to become profitable. As you can see, during year 3, we're still selling the unit at $50 per unit. In year 5, we bump up the price to $75 per unit, and then that's where we see a huge jump in profits because the cost remains the same while we're selling more units at a higher price. So how do we arrive at this price of $50? This again came from the surveys. We sort of averaged out what the people who are willing to buy it or would potentially buy it. That averaged out to $50 and some change, but we just kept it at $50. We use psychology pricing for this. This means that that we sort of know that our college students are in our target market niche, so that means that they're looking for something affordable. So that's what we had based on our research. In the end, we did use penetration pricing, where we introduce the product at a lower price. Again, we're going to start out in St. Lawrence County. That means that we'll have a smaller pool of students than in some bigger cities across New York State even, or internationally. However, in year 5, you see that we bump up the price to $75. That's when there's established use for the product. It's well known, people want it, and they're willing to pay more money for it. And that's when we will have a substantial market share captured by year 5. This is Harvey. He'll be talking about...
So at this point in the presentation, we have covered many topics.